Well, the Charlton Athletic team, they're forced into one change from the starting 11 against Portsmouth on Saturday. Sean Bartlett has an ankle injury, so manager Alan Kirbishley hands a full debut to summer signing from Arsenal, Francis Jeffers. Matt Holland misses his second successive game with an ankle injury. Jonathan Johansson steps up to the substitutes bench. Aston Villa manager David O'Leary names an unchanged starting 11 from the 1-1 draw with West Bromwich Albion at the Hawthorns on Sunday, with last season's top scorer Juan Pablo Angel yet to find full fitness following summer knee surgery, and he's named on the bench. It's on loan Carlton Cole, a scorer in this fixture for Charlton last season, who again partners Darius Vassell in the Villa attack. And it's Aston Villa who will get this match underway. Unbeaten so far in the Premiership. An opening day victory, 2-0 at home to Southampton, followed up by that 1-1 Midlands draw. And here's McCann. Now Hitzlsperger looking for Carlton Cole. He's got away from Fortune, and he can't plant his shot on target. But the first effort of the game, Tony, from Carlton Cole, a pivotal figure tonight.
Well, he nearly so gave him the perfect reply to all those boos at the start, didn't he? Just getting in behind the Charlton central defence and really trying to go across the Cole at the angle.
Usbie. Murphy offering himself. Nice little step over from Euell. Here's Jeffers. It's promising from Charlton until Usbie can't find the telling pass for Jason Euell. Now Solano. Samuel. Nobby Solano again. McCann's made a good run to his right. And Gavin McCann just driven a little wide by the pass, but a chance for Vassell off the bar. A real let-off there for Charlton. But now they look to counter-attack with one of the quickest, if not the quickest players in the Premiership. It's Dennis Bommedahl. Checks onto his right foot. Coming in from that left-hand side, which just gave Mellberg that extra second to get the tackle in. Here's Bommedahl again. Set up now for Jeffers. He's dispossessed by Laursen, and Barry brings it away for Villa.
A little bit of time to catch our breath, but another lightning break now with Darius Vassell.
Skips away from the first challenge. Oh, and the cross in only just eluded Carlton Cole. Terrific work again from Vassell.
Well, thank goodness the ball's gone out of play, Kevin. We've got so much to explain. Great run by McCann down this right-hand side. He lost his marker, Jason Euell, across the box to Darius Vassell, and he really should have scored. He's about 8-9 yards out. He should have kept that down and scored.
Here's Solano as Villa press again, and Jonathan Fortune did well with a player bearing in behind him there to concede the corner.
It's a cracking start to the game, isn't it? Just what I was saying about the pace and the tempo of this Villa team. Will they last the 90 minutes at this pace? But they've got off to a cracking start once again. And as I said, Vassell should have opened his account, and a nice little ball from Solano there, cleared for a corner. It was nearly on the end of that one.
Hitzlsperger with a corner. Aimed towards Laursen. Delaney. Solano. J. Lloyd Samuel trying to find Hitzlsperger, but overcooked it.
Nice balance to that Villa midfield. Hitzlsperger playing in the centre, left side of centre, of course, and Gareth Barry, a natural left footer on that left-hand side, and really I think he's about due for an England call-up again.
Useful space here for Kishishev, who finds Bommedahl. Now the Dane running at Delaney. Got beyond Solano, but not beyond the Villa right back, Mark Delaney. Here's Cole. Fortune will know all about his presence and prowess. And Cole has forced a corner here. Dean Kiely unable to get there in time.
They're really going to have their hands full, aren't they? Fish and Fortune with the pace and the power of Vassell and Carlton Cole making those runs from centre out to the flanks. They're really going to suck those centre-backs out there and try and expose them for pace. But cracking start to this Premiership game.
Nobby Solano will take the Aston Villa corner. Both Mellberg and Laursen are forward. Mellberg, of course, scored from a corner against West Brom on Sunday. Out as far as Hitzlsperger. Might have been more interesting if it had been on his left foot.
Exactly, but it wasn't. It was off the swinger, wasn't it? It was more of a hit and hope, but you've got to have a go. And those normally end up behind the stands or they end up in the goal. Here's that chance again. He should score from there, Darius Vassell.
Here's Barry, and Cole is onside. It's Carlton Cole, Kiely to meet him. And the Charlton goalkeeper read that situation very quickly and very effectively.
Well, the ball came off the surface a bit sharply, but you're right, he did read it nice and quickly. But it was a bit unorthodox. Dean normally would come out with his hands to that one, but he came out with his feet. That's the channel we're talking about. Cole and Vassell looking to get in there.
Vassell. Easy interception for Kishishev. Now Euell. Bommedahl. Delaney and Well. He's got support from Solano here, Mark Delaney. Solano's cross. And it's Fortune's header, which concedes another Villa corner.
Great cross from Solano. Didn't even have to check his stride. Nicely weighted pass by Delaney. Clipped up to the far stick, but well defended by Charlton to get it away for a corner.
A little reminder that Dennis Bommedahl, the speed of the Premiership. Corner in by Barry, and it's disappointing.
See so much of that nowadays where the linesman gives it as out. It ends up back in play, but of course it curls out of play to come in, and they try to get so much purchase on these balls, the boys, now when they're curving and trying to whip them in, that sometimes they allow too much.
"25 minutes gone, Charlton 0, Aston Villa 0. Murphy. It's a wayward pass from Danny Murphy, and Kishishev did well to retrieve in the end. Neatly done by Hreidarsson. Now Bommedahl. He's got a little bit of speed up here to run at Delaney. Oh, and Solano. Just a little nervy look there from one or two of the Villa players as the Peruvian came in from behind on Bommedahl.
There we saw Bommedahl again wanting to come in on his right foot. I think Solano's trod on his foot as he comes inside Delaney and then goes outside and then inside. He's trod on his foot, and oh, I've seen penalties given for less than that. I don't think he actually meant it, but he's just clipped him on the back of the foot, and you can see Bommedahl now is still trying to put his boot back on.
Of course, I don't think it has to be intentional, Tony, does it, really? As long as Bommedahl is racing towards goal and then he loses his footing because of an opponent, good shout for a penalty.
Yeah, definitely.
J. Lloyd Samuel. Carlton Cole getting in between the two centre-backs, but can't direct the header. Good chance.
Great cross from Samuel from the left-hand side. Clips it in. Carlton Cole gets up well, and all he's got to do is glance that one. There's plenty of pace on that ball, but he tries to get power in, tries to get too much of the neck muscles into it, and really it's always going to come off his head like it's a Frupney bit header, so to speak.
Laursen. Murphy getting the better of Barry. It's the sort of ball that Kevin Usbie will be looking to get onto, but Martin Laursen showing all his experience. 6 years he had in Italy, the latter seasons with AC Milan. Here's Cole showing his strength and balance. Hitzlsperger. Oh, super pass. It's Gavin McCann. Just unable to get the ball out of his feet, and Jason Euell picked his pocket. This is Luke Young. Linking well with Bommedahl. Great crossing position here for Dennis Bommedahl. He found only the right boot of Olaf Mellberg.
I think that one had to be clipped up to the far post. Bommedahl got to the dead ball line for the first time. It had to go to the far post. Great tackle by Jason Euell. He learnt his lesson from the first time when Gavin McCann lost him on this right-hand side. This time he tracked back and retrieved the ball well.
Bommedahl. Away by Solano, but not conclusively. Murphy retrieved it and found Young. Usbie winning the header for once, but Solano's header is straight to Danny Murphy. Usbie. Bommedahl. Hreidarsson. Good cross. Jeffers! Yes! Here is a young man looking to relaunch his career with Charlton Athletic after failing to make the grade at Arsenal and then on loan last season back at his former club Everton. But Francis Jeffers, given the room and given the confidence, buries the header.
Well, he just comes alive in the penalty area, doesn't he? We haven't seen him in the game, Franny Jeffers. Good crosses from Hreidarsson, comes into the middle, and this is what it is all about. You don't have to be 6'6" to win headers. He gets across Samuel and wins the header well. Samuel will be disappointed that he let him get across him, but that's what striking's all about. Getting across your marker, and look at the header. It's perfect. Like Michael Owen, they win so many headers in the air. It's just about getting across your marker and being first to the ball. Great attacking of the ball. Great first goal for Charlton.
Extraordinary. He probably wouldn't have started the match tonight if Sean Bartlett hadn't succumbed to an ankle injury. Alan Kiely was looking to nurse Francis Jeffers along, get him fully match fit and give him every opportunity to have a proper crack at relaunching his career. And well, first goal, first full start for Charlton, and it was a beauty.
Well, I saw lots of Franny Jeffers last season at Arsenal and not really getting in the side, but when he did get into the side, it was all just threading the ball through the eye of the needle, and I don't think it really suited his style of play. He loves getting in the box, loves getting in the end of crosses. You know, we was talking about Vassell at the other end, missing from 7 or 8 yards. You'd fancy Jeffers to score like that. Two different players, Jeffers the poacher in the box.
We were just wondering whether Charlton would get much joy in the air tonight, but just shows the value of being able to get players down into wide areas, down to the byline, and if the quality of the cross is good enough, then you've always got a chance. First time that Villa have been behind this season. Work there from Usbie, and the referee was trying to apply the advantage, non-accrued, and pull play back for the free kick against Laursen.
That's what Usbie's all about, moving those markers about and really holding on to the ball. Great upper body strength for such a small fellow, and he'll want to drag Laursen and Mellberg out to these wide areas and really give them a running. Anything up in the air, those boys are going to be favourite. But as you said, Kevin, you know, you get the decent quality crosses in, and that's one of the first Charlton have done, and even the little boys will get on the end of them.
Mistake by Delaney. Euell just a little unfortunate not to thread that into the stride of Jeffers.
On reflection on the first half, I mean, I think they're a little bit, or should we say, a little bit harsh that Villa are 1 down. I think they've looked slightly the better of the two sides, but there you go. First chance you get for Charlton, and it's put away more expertly by Franny Jeffers, and that's the difference.
Forward by Murphy, and Jeffers has got away here from Mellberg, and Sorensen will have to improvise, and did it well. Cole loses out to Fortune. Hreidarsson. Solano. Interception from Murphy, who then got rather mixed up with Kishishev. And let's put Charlton on the back foot here. Solano for Hitzlsperger. Euell in with another telling tackle. Forward by Kishishev. Mellberg will need to be careful here. Jeffers in behind him, and Jeffers 2-0. And life at Charlton Athletic is very, very sweet indeed for Francis Jeffers. He's announced his arrival in southeast London in style. What a horror moment for the Villa captain, Olof Mellberg.
What a ball from Kishishev. It wasn't quite going to beat Mellberg, but that's an horrendous clearance from Mellberg, straight up in the air. But that's a super finish from Franny Jeffers. He's made a very hard finish look very, very easy. It's coming over his shoulder, and there he comes, and he's just got to make contact with it and hit the target. He doesn't really try to strike it hard. He passes it into the back of the net, a side foot volley, and Sorensen has no chance. A bit of a hash of a clearance from Mellberg. He's either got to go behind for a corner, away for a throw, or just chest it back to his keeper. But he got in all kinds of problems and was made to pay with some super finishing again by Jeffers.
Well, a real setback for Aston Villa, who began the match so well. Really should have been looking to get much firmer contact there, Mellberg, and as Tony Gale rightly said, still not an easy chance for Jeffers, and how well he tucked it away, and showing the kind of finishing that once led Arsene Wenger to pay £9 million for his services. Gareth Barry. Room for the cross. He's it short here for Vassell. Laursen. Kishishev. That's a free kick against Vassell. Kishishev gave him an opportunity to bite back at him though.
He was caught dawdling. I mean, he'd done the hard part. He dispossessed Vassell in the first place and just wanted that vital second or two just to pick out the pass, and Vassell was back at him.
Oh, and Sorensen trying to keep that one in. Oh! And Kevin Lisbie striking the frame of the goal, and that's a real let-off there for Thomas Sorensen. What on earth was the Aston Villa goalkeeper doing there?
It's a crazy bit of goalkeeping from Sorensen, because the flick-on was from Lisbie and he's trying to keep it in. And then, well, he's just succeeded in slicing it with his left foot back into the path of Lisbie. He's had to react very quickly and just poked it back with the outside of his foot, and thankfully for Sorensen onto the bar and over.
Good control from Lisbie. Barry switching the play here now for Nobby Solano. It's a great ball in, and Barry's kept it in. McCann, Cole can't get the touch he was wanting, and it's away by Luke Young. But good again from Villa. Hitzlsperger blocked by Murphy. Hreidarsson. Heavy pressure from McCann. Kishishev. Plenty of red shirts ahead of him, including Lisbie. Brilliant pass! And a super save from Thomas Sorensen to deny Kevin Lisbie. But here's Hreidarsson. Aston Villa yet to fully regroup. Pumped forward by Fish. And that was very close to being 3-0 for Charlton. Sorensen has a problem, and the problem arose from making that fine stop from Lisbie.
It was a fine stop as well, and that, when I was talking about the Jeffers goal, The fact that Lisby's took a touch, it just took the touch into the path of Sorensen, and a great save which has caused this collision. But what a ball from Kishishev. Look, threads it through the eye of the needle. He sees the run by Lisby. Now this first touch just gets away from him slightly. Otherwise that's a goal.
And here's Solano trying to get one back for Villa ahead of half-time. With Vassell, it's going to break now for Hitzlsperger. Oh, and a stretching save from Kiely prevents an own goal from Luke Young. 33 years old now, the Republic of Ireland international goalkeeper. And how well he stretched for that one.
Great save, adjusted himself well. The standing foot from Hitzlsperger goes as he tries to address the shot. Deflection from Young, and great reactions from Kiely to tip it over.
Comes the Solano corner. Andersen's there. It's away by Jeffers. Mellberg. Cole's header. Fairly routine in the end for Kiely. A good effort from Carlton Cole.
That was a good effort. Got above his marker. A glancing header. Good save from Dean Kiely going to his right. Here we go, gets across his marker, good glancing header, but comfortable height for Kiely.
It's been a terrific first half. Aston Villa got out of the blocks very quickly indeed. Darius Vassell hitting the crossbar early on, but it's been all about Francis Jeffers, given his full debut by Alan Kirbishley in the absence of the injured Sean Bartlett, and he's weighed in with two fine goals. And Dean Kiely preserving a clean sheet with that terrific save after Kishishev almost with an own goal. Half-time at the Valley, it's Charlton 2, Aston Villa 0.
Absolutely superb. Saturday at 12:30, Blackburn face Man United. Smith! Then at 5, it's Norwich v Arsenal. Yes! In association with Bet365. Sky Sports subscribers can order either of these games for £6 or buy a Prem Plus special offer season ticket for just £50. See channel 433 or call 08705 160 160. Stand up for the champions!
I wish I could share all the love that's in my heart. Remove all the bars that keep us apart. I wish I could say all the things that I should say. Say them loud, say them clear, for the whole round world to hear. So say them loud and say them clear, for the whole round world to hear.
Hey. You know, in Spain, everyone goes around topless. It's practically a law. Wow.
Tú sabes, en América, las mujeres deben de llevar blusas de bikini. Es la ley.
The new fragrance for men from Lacoste.
Get one!
Own supremacy. Whatever you want to do broadband.
Insure's great, but if your car insurance costs over £400, call my new sister company.
I'm not your sister.
Please, dear, I'm talking. First Alternative insures drivers of posh cars. My sister company.
I'm not your sister, dummy.
Calm down, dear. It's a commercial.
Stop calling me.
Esure requires a 4-year no-claim bonus. First Alternative doesn't. Call 08450 455 455.
Who are you?
An insurance salesman. First Alternative.
Teatro Greco, Taormina, Sicily. No power, no plugs, no wires. What a perfect place to connect. Because with a laptop powered by Centrino, Intel's mobile technology, you can put on quite a show wirelessly from your own private amphitheater. Intel Centrino mobile technology.
Hi, come through.
Taste the world with Wild West flavored Pringles. Smoking bacon, Texas barbecue, and Mexican salsa. They're darn good.
And now available at your local co-op.
Up to 4 years 0% finance is now available on selected new Puntos.
Boy.
Here's Postma, Dutchman, who was signed for £1.5 million from De Graafschap just over 2 years ago. Comes on for his 9th league appearance for Villa to replace Thomas Sorensen. Well, what a night Jeffers has had. He has the match ball. He may well have it on his mantelpiece at home before he goes to sleep tonight, if he can find another goal for Alan Kirbishley in this second half. Kirbishley has made no changes in personnel, no great surprise there. And so it's Charlton to get the second half underway, leading by those 2 Franny Jeffers goals, and looking to apply some early pressure on the substitute goalkeeper Postma. But now it's Carlton Cole, took that beautifully in his stride, away from Fortune, who just got an important foot to that, as Carlton Cole was looking to try and feed Darius Vassell at the near post. An early second half corner for Aston Villa.
Blistering start again by Villa, getting down one of those channels down the right-hand side. Carlton Cole's blistering place, getting there, intercepted before it got to Vassell on that near post.
Hitzlsperger with a corner. It's going to beat everyone. There's no question that Aston Villa showed on a number of occasions in that first half that they know the way to the Charlton goal. Postma will be hoping he has slightly less to do than Sorensen ultimately, because Charlton, arguably with fewer attacks, certainly found more of a cutting edge, and Jeffers trying to feed Bommedahl, who then looks for Usbie, and Laursen, oh, he's in trouble here, and J. Lloyd Samuel with the perfect interception as far as Aston Villa were concerned, but Kevin Usbie was sniffing a third.
2 spanking crossfield balls, one from Jeffers out to Bommedahl, then that one from Bommedahl went to the path of Usbie. Beats Laursen, because Laursen can't quite clear it twice, but there's Samuel round on the cover to get it away.
Bommedahl's corner. Laursen not making a particularly good job of the header. Postma's lost it, and somehow Aston Villa escaped, but the substitute goalkeeper not filling his defenders with any great degree of confidence there.
And it was a nice clean catch that he should have taken, because Hreidarsson's charged off it by Laursen, so all he's got to do is a nice clean catch, but that's a very iffy start. The proverbial bar of soap there as that one came out, and he was lucky to get away with not conceding the third goal.
Breaks for Bommedahl. Oh, brilliant run. Dennis Bommedahl struck his own man, I think. There's nothing that Kevin Usbie could do to get out of the way of that. But I suspect we're going to see a lot more of that sort of running from Dennis Bommedahl this season.
I think that's the first time we've seen him in full flight, and what an exciting sight that is, isn't it? That terrifies defenders. You're going at them, twisting, turning, and going at that pace. The slightest touch, if you get in the area, a penalty or a foul outside the area. And in the end, as you said, I think it came off the back of Usbie, and it would have been a special goal had it come.
Bet you're glad you're not out there, Tony. That pace is frightening. Fish winning a header, and plenty of time for Luke Young, although he's taking a liberty or two with Gareth Barry, who outmuscled him in the end. Vassell gets away from Murphy. No nonsense from Fish. Vassell. Cross from Gareth Barry. Solano. Shown too much of that to Hreidarsson, and Nobby Solano just catching the Icelandic international free kick.
Just let it slip a little bit far away from him, didn't he? Solano allowed Hreidarsson to come in and smash it clear, but I think Hreidarsson moaning that Solano had tackled him too hard was a little bit strange. I don't think Nobby Solano's been smashing into many tackles.
Charlton still leading by those two first half Francis Jeffers goals. This is their 5th successive season in the Premiership. It's their longest stay in the top division for 47 years. Nice touch from Vassell. Fish did very well to hook his foot around Carlton Cole there. Barry. Samuel scored twice home and away against Charlton last season. J. Lloyd Samuel, as McCann files one in, but routine for Kiely.
Well, it came from him from a little deflection, but a nice little snapshot from Gavin McCann, but if anything, strikes it too well through the legs of Euell, but straight at Kiely in the goal.
Hitzlsperger, it's neatly done for Vassell. Brilliant from Darius Vassell. Carlton Cole getting a touch, trying to set it up for Hitzlsperger, who just lost his balance at an inopportune moment, and the chance went begging. Chase on now between Usbie and Laursen, and the latter the winner.
They're set up for a fine match now, because Villa are chasing the game, and of course Charlton can catch them on the break. But that was a great run from Vassell down this left-hand side. It was just slightly behind Carlton Cole, and then of course as he touched it back to Hitzlsperger, he was slightly off balance as well, as the ball was slightly behind him. Very unfortunate for Villa.
Usbie.
Is that chance again? Great pace from Vassell. That's where he does his best work, down the channels. Gets the cross in, slightly behind Carlton Cole, touches it just back to Hitzlsperger, and of course just maybe half a yard too far to the side of him, and he can't quite get there, despite stretching and doing a bit of a splits to try and get it.
Had he stayed on his feet, almost certainly would have been 2-1. And a goal to reduce the deficit certainly wouldn't flatter Aston Villa. But now Hreidarsson trying to do more damage, away by Laursen. Here's Young. It's good defending from the front from Darius Vassell. Just get the feeling from the body language here from Aston Villa that they certainly feel that they're far from out of this one. fish. Young. Jeffers. Neat header finding Murphy. Kishishev. And it's Luke Young who's made the run forward. 3-0 Charlton. Well, you have to buy a ticket to win the lottery. And Luke Young did exactly that. He gambled and it's paid off for him. Alan Kirbishley and Charlton big time. 3-0 they lead Aston Villa.
Oh, he just continued his run into the box. He started the move, and in the end it was a bit fortunate the way the ball came through to him, as it just bounced off a Villa defender from that ball there. Here it goes, just off a, I think it's Hitzlsperger in midfield, just a deflection into his path. But it's a great finish. He doesn't score often, but that's an important one, because Villa were getting back into this game, looking like scoring a first to get right into it. Now it's Charlton who find themselves 3 ahead.
He has never scored a league goal. He has now. Solano. Charlton with their tails well and truly up now. Usbie. Nice touch from Jeffers, and Euell almost took that on at pace. Well, I suppose the last 2 minutes just encapsulates what football's all about and why it can be so uncertain and very hard to read, because had Thomas Hitzlsperger scored from that fine Villa move, and he was unlucky not to keep his feet, we could have been lucky at 2-1. As it is, Tony, 3-0.
3-0 and seemingly game, set and match. That's a tall order to come back from 3-0, but Luke Young just continuing his run when he passed it inside in the first place, but it was so fortunate the way it bounced into his path from Hitzlsperger in midfield.
Euell. Usbie again. Good awareness to find space, and then he's chopped down by J. Lloyd Samuel, and this will be the first booking of the match for the Aston Villa left back.
It was a little bit late, but I think he can feel a little bit hard done by, as he was fouled earlier on by Danny Murphy right on this touchline in a very similar fashion. So maybe I think referee Webb could have let that one go, but maybe taking a kind of little bit of the heat out of the situation.
Danny Murphy with the Charlton free kick. Oh, and the header down was meant for Jason Euell, who just vacated his initial position. Fortune is calling Kiely out here, and Vassell's got the better of him, but can't find the empty net. And a glorious chance there for Darius Vassell. It was his hunting down that created the opportunity.
Well, he did extremely well in the first place. Bad defending, wasn't it, from Fish and Kiely, but as Jeffers did with his goal, I think all he needed to do there, Vassell, was pass it into the goal. And he's really tried to whack it in, and he just needed to side foot that into the goal, and that gets Villa back into the game. I think that side of his game does let him down. We was talking about that chance very early on when he hit the bar, when maybe he should have scored from 8 yards, and if he can just add that to his game, because I do think he's a very good player, then you will have, well, not a very good player, you'll have a great player.
And here is Vassell again. Carlton Cole. Villa still diligently hunting their first goal of the night. In by Solano. It's away by Fortune. Hitzlsperger. It's a 2-on-1 for a moment here for Charlton. Bommedahl can't collect and allowed Delaney in to thump it forward. Murphy. Offside against Charlton. referee was being a little pedantic about exactly where the free kick should be taken from. Kishishev. Murphy. Do get the impression that Danny Murphy's going to be a big favourite here at the Valley this season. This is young. Jeffers. Oh! What a cross! And Kevin Lisby was about half a yard away from a tap-in.
Great ball from Jeffers. That's what you want. Lots of quality on the ball when it came in and down this right-hand side. He really whipped it in. If anything, it's too good a cross. Too much pace on it. All it needs is a touch. And Lisby is, what, half a yard behind it?
Samuel. Interception was from Luke Young. Only Lisby up with him. Konchesky is making a terrific run down the far side. But still it's Luke Young. Now, let's not get too greedy, Luke.
Well, a little bit carried away, Luke Young, but nonetheless, when you've just scored your first goal, why not go for a second? 2 in one game, 2 in your Charlton career indeed, but really didn't look like hitting that target, never got the curl on it to come in on that far post, and it was a poor effort in the end. Sorry, Luke, great first goal, poor effort there.
I guarantee he'll take some stick in the dressing room shortly. Mellberg. Solano trying to dig one out for Barry. Here's McCann. He hit his own man, Hitzlsperger. It was meant for Samuel. Rather summing up Aston Villa's frustrating night here at the Valley. They're heading for their first defeat of the season. Only third game in, Tony, but can you draw any sort of firm opinions on both these sides and likely progress this season?
2 good sides, I feel, Kevin. It would be very, very close. I mean, the fitness of Angel, I think, is going to be vital for Aston Villa. He'll finish a couple of those chances that they had tonight, no problem. He's a good goal scorer. Charlton, we know, very good hard work inside, very efficient, always needed that finisher. Have they got that finisher tonight in Franny Jeffers? I think he could propel him a bit further. A little bit of a dust-up here.
Bit unnecessary from Olof Mellberg, who can operate on a rather short fuse at times. That's Freddie Lundberg.
I think that's very similar to the fight he had with Freddie. It was all huff and puff and no punches. But Jason Euell just putting a little bit of pressure on him. Was nothing in it, really. I mean, for the challenges Mellberg puts in, I don't see what he's worrying about or what he's moaning about from that little challenge from Jason.
Almost like a schoolmaster, Howard Webb laying the law down to Jason Euell. No card, but Mellberg didn't really need to react as he did. Just get on with it. McCann. Karkouri. Good pace by Mellberg. But that's what Charlton have done virtually all evening. Close the Villa players down in every area of the field.
You won't find a harder working side or a more honest side than Alan Kirbishley's. Quite often Alan likes to mirror the opposition in how they play because he knows he's got an honest set of players, and the signings he's made this season, I think, is no different. He's signed some honest players there, and he'll get the same effort and commitment from them as he has done his players in the past.
McCann finding Darius Vassell. Gary McCann again. Hitzlsperger. Samuel. He's done well. There's always a covering Charlton player. Here's Hitzlsperger. Solano winning the header, but it's comfortable for Dean Kiely.
You won't be saying that many times in the season. Solano winning a header on the far post, but surprising.
Vassell. He's got fortune turned a little bit here, Vassell. But once again, their ability to double up, this time Karkouri, effective again for Charlton.
Great defending. I think he's had a good game, Vassell. The difference is he hasn't gotten that score sheet. It's been a thorn in their side all night, but he needed to take those couple of chances that he had. One in the first half, very early on, he hit the bar, and then one in the second half, when he really should have just passed it into the net after the muddle up between Dean Kiely and John Fortune, as the ball didn't quite come to Kiely.
Well, via Solano's corner with 2 minutes of stoppage time allotted, can they find this elusive first goal? It's another corner which Hitzlsperger will get across to take. It's not only going to be a second successive win for Charlton, but they really want to preserve a clean sheet as well. Euell trying to get in there, and he's very well watched by Fortune.
Great defending by John Fortune. That's a couple of defensive headers from Fish and Fortune, and they've just got there in time.
Good delivery again from Hitzlsperger. It's away this time by Fish. Delaney put under pressure by Gareth Barry. Well, Villa have had more than their share of possession in this match, but can't recall too many saves that Dean Kiely's had to make in the second half. Equally, Postma's not had much to do at the other end, but when they've had their opportunities, it's Charlton who've taken them. And that 4-1 defeat on the opening day against Bolton seems a long way away now for Charlton Athletic.
I must admit, I've enjoyed the game tonight though, Kevin. I think it's been a nice, fast-flowing game. Lovely pitch to suit the passing football both teams have tried to play. I think it's been a good game of football.
Here's Gareth Barry. Laursen struck that very cleanly. Dean Kiely saw that it was always rising though.
Wasn't a problem for Dean Kiely. Didn't really look like hitting the target, did it? It was didn't quite catch it right, did he? Laursen, as he set up, I think that was just a case of not really knowing what else to do with the ball, so he might as well have a pop with so little time left on the clock.
Next up for David O'Leary, home game against Newcastle on Saturday. Charlton go to Manchester City. Samuel. Euell. Just splitting the two players on the far side, Delaney and Solano. But when you reflect on the Villa performance tonight, you have to say, I don't think with any contradiction, that they'll play worse than this and win this season. But they have been beaten here. Their first defeat of the season, 3-0 by Charlton Athletic at the Valley. The night ultimately would belong to Francis Jeffers on his full debut, scoring 2 first-half goals, both beautifully taken. And what a boost to his confidence after a disappointing last couple of seasons. Luke Young with his first ever league goal, weighed in with the third. Aston Villa huffed and puffed, but they couldn't blow the Charlton house down in the end. And the final score here at the Valley is Charlton Athletic 3, Aston Villa 0. Franny, give us a taste of what it felt like and the pressure off your shoulders scoring those 2 goals tonight.
It's great for any striker, I think, you know, to play in a home debut in front of their own fans and score a couple of goals was great for anyone, you know, all over the world. Any striker in the world will tell you to get off to a start like I've got off to tonight. It couldn't have been better.
But considering what you've been through, I mean, you must have been so elated.
Yeah, I was over the moon, obviously, to see the header go in and then the volley. 5 minutes later, it's great. It's a great confidence boost for me.
Do you feel as though you have a point to prove?
Definitely, yeah. I said that the minute I signed, the minute I left Arsenal. I said I'm out to prove a point. I'm out to put myself back up with the best strikers in England, and I'm looking forward to the season.
Well, David, I think it's fair to say you'll play worse than that and win games this season.
Many. I mean, we've had a good start to this season, and it's probably been our best game, really. And played really good football. Good luck to Charlton. Great deal of respect for them, but really, I think that we were their best player today.
Did you think it would have been a different game if Vassell had put that early chance in?
I think it would have been a different game if we'd have put a few chances in, plus not give absolutely poor goals away. You make life very, very difficult yourself because you can't not legislate for giving poor goals away. But we still kept creating chances. 2-0 down, I thought, still keep playing the same football, lads. Just tighten up at the back. And we had a few chances second half. But then it was a fluky to get the player in there, and it was a silly goal on their part. But there's many games that, as I say, I've won and haven't played half as well.
A good win then for Charlton, 3-0 winners over Aston Villa at the Valley. Join me on Sky Sports 1 next, where Warren Barton will be in the studio to look back on some of the evening's key moments. To do that, simply press the Sky button on your remote control after the break.
But, they're super to watch. They've achieved a fantastic record tonight, and they're going to take some stopping this year.
It's been an incredible journey, and I know I speak for all Arsenal fans around the world that I really believe we've done it in style, and just long may the dream continue.
What's been the secret of the success?
I think the original journey when we went to Shizuoka in Japan in 1996 to prize Arsene away from Grampus 8, and at that stage, obviously he was unknown in this country, and everybody was saying, Arsene who? I think most people know who he is now.
Everyone says that the one thing denying you the great tag of the greatest club side ever is the lack of a European trophy. Is there a feeling of emptiness on your part that that's still not there?
Well, I believe in our job you never do enough, and people will always want more, which I find completely natural. And of course we would love to do it, but I just think we have not to make an obsession of it and focus on the quality of our game. And if the quality is there, the consequences, we will win what we have to win.
So Arsenal march on, another record broken. It's 31 wins and just 12 draws in that 43-game run. Now, after the break, we'll round up all of the evening's results, and Warren Barton will be here to discuss the key moments on what's been a historic and dramatic night of football.
Once you've been to a few premieres, you know what to expect.
Of course, I used to get invited to a screening every other night, but now I've cut it down to, I don't know, say 300 or so premieres a year.
I don't have to leave home to catch a single one of them.
Non-stop, round the clock, multi-star, 24/7, 365. Hundreds of movies to match your mood. Sky Movies.
The new Citroën C2 with outstanding fuel efficiency. Now from 6,595 with cash injection system. The Citroën C3 with 4-star Euro NCAP safety rating from 6,995. Money bags fitted as standard. Citroën. Innovators in value.
At PC World, network your PCs and laptops to share broadband without wires with this exclusive BT networking kit under £100.
Women, don't expect any help on a Thursday. Nuts.
This week, only 60p.
An ancient evil has returned.
60 years ago, they tried to destroy the world. They're back.
Now, a secret government agency will be called upon
Hellboy
to stand against them. Destroy them.
You should be running.
Hellboy.
Maniac! 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 Maniac!
Buy a Scrabble scratch card from the National Lottery, and if your six-letter word score beats our score, you could win up to £60,000.
I just got dumped!
Only one breakdown company can make this promise to its personal members. To fix your car by the road or get you another one on us. To make sure you're not left stranded, join the AA now from just £35. Call 0800 444 999 or buy online.
You have a great talent, a gift you've hidden from others.
He's dangerous, Samson. Last night, Lila asked me to read his dreams. It almost destroyed me.
Ben, what are you hiding?
Tell me.
Clock is ticking, brothers and sisters. Counting down to Armageddon.
Carnival, coming this September only on FX 289.
I wish I could share all the love that's in my heart. Remove all the bars that keep us apart. I wish I could say all the things that I should say. Say I'm loud, say I'm clear for the whole round world to hear. Say I'm loud, say I'm clear for the whole round world to hear.
You know, in Spain, everyone goes around topless. It's practically a law. Wow.
Tú sabes, en América, las mujeres deben de llevar blusas de bikini. Es la ley.
To Arsenal, immortal, invincible, Arsene Wenger's team unbeaten in 43 top-flight matches, a new record.
And typically Thierry Henry, the star of the show, scored one, made two. Also tonight, Norwich City came from 2-0 down to draw at troubled Newcastle. Gary Doherty with the equaliser. Bolton spoiled Steve Wigley's return to the Southampton hot seat. It finished 2-1 to Big Sam at St Mary's. Franny Jeffers scored twice as Charlton swept past Aston Villa at the Valley. And Mark Viduka was off the mark for Middlesbrough on his debut as they won at Fulham. And Jermaine Defoe on target for Tottenham in their draw at the Hawthorns. Let's round up the night's results then. Arsenal 3-0 winners over Blackburn. Fabregas and Reyes with the other two goals. Charlton put 3 past Aston Villa, 2 for Jeffers and 1 for Luke Young. Middlesbrough 2-0 winners at the Cottage. Viduka and Gilad Nemeth the scorers there. Newcastle were held at home by Norwich 2-0 up through Craig Bellamy and Aaron Hughes. David Bentley and Gary Doherty won Norwich a point. Bolton were 2-0 winners over Southampton, courtesy of Henrik Pedersen and a JJ Okocha penalty. And West Brom made it 3 draws out of 3 against Tottenham. Zoltan Guerra with the Baggies goal and Defoe with the equaliser. And this is what it all means to the table. Blackburn dropped 5 to 19th. Newcastle still stuck in 15th. Southampton down 3 to 14th. But West Brom are up 2 to 11th. Villa drops 7 to 10th. And Fulham are down 4 to 8th. Borough are the big movers, though. They move up 11 to 7th. And Charlton also shoot up. They're up 8 into 4th. Bolton are flying high in 3rd. And Arsenal regain top spot from Chelsea. In the Champions League, qualifying round 2 from Alan Smith helped put Manchester United through 5-1 on aggregate against Dinamo Bucharest.